It's beer o'clock on Real Craft Beer. Today we're going to beer from Wild Beer Company, and it's a bottle of their Witness Brettanomyces Pale Ale, coming in at 5.8% ABV. There's a look at the label. Looking forward to this one. There's the bottle cap. Let's get this wild beer open into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass then. Whoa, slow that down. I could hear that the beer was going to be a little bit lively. Of course, it's a wild beer, so very unpredictable. It's also bottle conditioned. Maybe I could have left some of that yeast in the bottle and showed you later on, but we poured it out. Hey ho, it's done. 2-finger white head. Lovely rolling carbonation up the side of the glass. It's a golden coloured ale, slightly hazy as I mentioned, and you can see that yeast there floating around. If you're not a fan of yeast floating around in the glass, then I do apologise, but I won't apologise that it's actually very healthy for you. Full of vitamin B goodness. I don't really buy vitamin B tablets, so I'm going to just drink my beer. Aroma then on this Brett IPA, or should I say Brett Pale Ale. Oh wow, 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 wow. It's just wonderfully, wonderfully sour. It smells, somehow it smells dry and sour. You know it's going to be a big dry beer. Also, I'm picking up a sweety, a little bit of candied sugar somehow from the beer. Maybe that's the sourness mixed with the maybe American hops that are in the beer. Let's dive in. Cheers. I'm going to give it another taste. Reason being, why am I giving this beer another taste? Well, I don't normally give behind the scenes information about other beers, but I have had a big strong West Coast IPA, so I need to clear my palate. And now I'm ready. So bang, boom, pow, that is lovely. It's not as sour as sourdough. If you have the chance to try Wild Beer Company sourdough, that is just the most amazing sour beer you're probably ever likely to try from the UK. The baker's yeast that they use in the beer is just phenomenal. But we're not talking about that beer, we're talking about this beer. This has got more of a malt character going on. Nicely carbonated. Sour, yes. Maybe not as sour as I would like. Maybe it's not as sour as I would like because they've raised the ABV. Now this is for you guys to comment in the comments box. You professional homebrewers and beer drinking buddies of mine. Is it because that they've raised the ABV to 5 what did I say? 5.8% ABV. That the malt then, there's a lot more malt added to the beer, there's a lot more ingredients added to the beer, it's more full bodied, There's more kind of sweet, biscuity flavours coming through. Is that the reason why it's not as sour as it should be? Because, of course, the sourdough is it's something crazy like 3.5%. It's something in that region. And it's just the most amazing sour beer that I've ever tried. But then saying that, I think I'm standing here thinking I'm already going to answer my own question. I have had sour beers with Brettanomyces before, and they have been quite sour, even though they've been kind of 6% ABV. But I'll leave it to you to comment. I love to kind of read your comments and interact with you. Generally, if there's lots of comments, I'll just thumb up each one. But yeah, I think personally it could be a little bit more sour, this beer. But then saying that, again, is it the level of hops that they've used in this beer? Is it because they've kind of added so many hops that it's kind of taken away the sourness of the beer? That could be another reason, to be honest. It's got a lovely kind of grapefruit citrus finish, and that may kind of push into that kind of Brettanomyces territory and take some of that sourness away. I'm not knocking the beer at all. I think it's a lovely beer, but I'm just looking for, it's one of them beers where you're looking for answers. You're not quite 100% sure of the beer. Pardon me, you're not quite 100% happy with the beer, and then you start to look for reasons why. And I think that's what I'm doing here, is to kind of speak to you guys and find out the reasons why, as to why this beer, this witnessed by Wild Beer Company, is not as sour as it could possibly be. I'm going to rate it. It's been brewed with Belgian traditional ingredients, Bastogne yeast. It's been dry hopped. They've put noble hops in the boil. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but I just don't think it's hitting the high notes of some of the other Wild Beer Company beers that they've brewed. Rating. Drinkability, as always, fantastic. Really, really good drinkability. Nice carbonation, nice look to the beer on the pour, nice aroma. But yeah, for me, the sourness is just a little bit lacking. So for that reason, still a really good beer. But I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Reload Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom and cheers.